The ending of Alien Earth Episode 7 is shown with the bond between Wendy and Joe being tested after Joe shot Nibs to death. Several character deaths are also shown. Arthur is briefly brought back to life before a baby xenomorph is seen bursting from his chest in classic Alien fashion. Back in Episode 4, communication with the captured xenomorph had been learned by Wendy, and now the alien is ordered by her to attack her enemies with complete carnage. Slightly also managed to convince Smee to help him carry Arthur's hollow body to Morrow, who arrives with Weyland-Yutani soldiers. In the end, Kirsch defeated Morrow and took control of the rogue xenomorph that had emerged from Arthur's chest. The boy Cavalier was also shown getting captivated by the eyeball alien, believed to be the most intelligent of all. Communication was also established between him and Cavalier, and the boy was surprised to learn that the specimen he was dealing with is an intelligent life form after he gave him some digits of pi, which every civilized and advanced being should know of. A disturbing thought is then formed by Boy Cavalier of removing the alien from the sheep and placing it into a human, so that they will have an easier way of communicating. He remarks that the right person is already known. Who knows, maybe he decides to test it on himself. With that, let's dive into the episode and break down all the important details. The final moments of the latest episode was filled with Wendy screaming at Joe in rage for killing Nibs. Earlier in the story, Joe had been told by Wendy that she would not leave Neverland without the other hybrids, who are described by her as brothers and sisters. This makes it clear that although Marcy's consciousness was replicated in Wendy's body, Wendy exists as her own being. It's very unlikely that Wendy will punish Joe for his deliberate mistake. But the unanswered question that remains is where her strongest loyalty will be found. Her closest tie is to the xenomorph, which responds to her like a child to a mother. Through that bond, Wendy holds the power on the island, which almost guarantees consequences for Boy Cavalier, who is not known for accepting answers from others. From a distance, Slightly had been watched by Kirsch, while Boy Cavalier was arranging a settlement with Yutani in the previous episode. Arthur being locked in the secured lab by Slightly so he could be targeted by a facehugger was also witnessed by Kirsch. It was also known to him that Slightly had been keeping contact with Morrow through a planted bug on his neck. It looks like Kirsch is just fighting his own conflict, one that stands apart from serving Boy Cavalier's best interests. As a synth, his strategies and hidden ploys are fueled by resentment toward humanity. He even helped Slightly and Smee as they were taking Arthur and Facehugger to Morrow, showing them the fastest way to the beach and wishing them good luck. This was all part of his plan so that Morrow and his soldiers would be led into a trap. At a point, I thought he was actually working for Weyland-Yutani, but it was all part of his master plan. What Kirsch truly intends has not been made clear since his loyalty to Prodigy is shaky at best. His concern for the hybrids does seem real, and his own plans for them might sit outside Boy Cavalier's control. With Morrow now captured, Kirsch is set to be seen as a hero by Boy Cavalier, which could open the door for him to strike against his master. Wendy has already lost all trust in Prodigy after learning that they erased Nib's memory in order to adjust her behavior, and her insecurity was heightened after seeing that they too can die following Toodle's death, and Prodigy isn't prioritizing their safety. Wendy, Nibs, and Joe also discovered a small graveyard in the forest beyond the main facilities of Neverland Island. The graves belong to the human children who were transferred into hybrid bodies. Nibs sees her own tombstone and remembered her original name, while Joe mourned Marcy for a moment, and the realization grows that his sister has truly been lost, even though Wendy stands at his side. Wendy insists that the human identities remain inside the hybrid bodies, but Nibs no longer believes herself to be whole after seeing the grave. This becomes a turning point, marking the separation of Wendy from Marcy. The two are similar in many ways, but they are not the same. The finale of Alien Earth Season 1 is expected to feature Boy Cavalier's experiment with placing the ALIIEN into a human or synthetic host. Early in the series, Dame Sylvia was told by him that his greatest wish was to speak with someone smarter than himself. That desire seems certain to play out in the finale, even if the price is his life. On Neverland, Morrow will be held with his Weyland-Yutani soldiers, leaving Kirsch or Boy Cavalier to decide their fates. A reveal from Kirsch is expected, one that shows his true intention, whether betrayal of Prodigy, abandonment of the hybrids, or even partnership with Morrow in exchange for a payoff from Yutani. For Wendy, her wish to leave Neverland with Joe may disappear if Nib's death cannot be accepted. With her distress so visible, the xenomorph is certain to deliver more damage to whoever opposes her. The focus of the ending of Alien Earth Season 1 will be on what Wendy wants, and on who is standing in her way.